So how are farmers feeling about the ag economy? Farm Journal's Tyne Morgan talks to the experts with the Ag Economy Barometer in today's analysis.
Here now, Jim Mintert at Purdue University. Jim, as you author this Ag Economy Barometer, we have seen the ebb and flows of producer sentiments. Some of that dealing with commodity prices, that's a direct result of demand. As you look at soybean demand right now, we've seen some momentum. It's backed off a bit. It came back. Do you think China is here to stay this year when it comes to soybean demand?
I think that's the big question mark going forward. You know, if you look at the shipments that have taken place so far as well as the commitments, we're still down between 35 and 40% compared to this time last year on soybeans, not on corn, but on soybeans. And so the question mark is, are we going to see a resurgence with Brazil essentially out of the market here? And I think that's the big question mark. I'm cautiously optimistic that over the course of the winter we'll see that, and I think the market has some of that expectation built into it. So it's going to take a few weeks here to sort that out, and I think if we don't see that resurgence, that could give us some softness in the soybean side. So I think everybody in the soybean market is going to be paying really close attention to what goes on with exports to China.
And how big of a runway do we have for that? What month? By what month do you want to see really those that buying pace pick up to say, okay, I feel better about demand? And at what point do you say, okay, I'm very concerned about demand?
Well, historically, we have to make the sales here in the fall and very early winter. I mean, if we don't have the numbers up as you get closer to Christmas, I think it spells trouble for U.S. soybean prices.
If we do not see those purchases pick up, do you think soybean prices can hold at these levels?
I would expect to see some softness if we don't see the purchases pick up. I think the market is implicitly kind of assuming we're going to see some of that take place. And if it doesn't happen, I think that could give us some softness. And of course, the other wild card there is what's going on with yields, right? We're still up in the air with respect to the yield numbers. The early reports we've heard from a lot of producers here in the Eastern Corn Belt are very positive. So that could lead to another round of change on the next USDA report.
Not just the Eastern Corn Belt, Western Corn Belt too. Phenomenal soybean yields we're hearing in some places. Jim, thank you so much. Let's take a quick break and then we'll actually have a check of weather.